Hello, welcome back to Triple Threat Analysis. I am Nick. I'm here with David and Glenn. I know it's been a while since we posted something, but we're kind of moving to where we're only posting long form stuff for the big shows for PLEs. So that's why you haven't seen anything from us since Clash, but we're back now. How are y'all doing, boys?
Good. Ready to talk some wrestling.
Yeah. Glenn, I know you're feeling good. The Knicks won the championship.
Yeah.
Glenn,
Danhausen. Y'all didn't like Danhausen. Y'all booed his ass when he first came in, but he came in and got the Knicks a championship, and now he's the most sold T-shirt in the whole business. Danhausen's the GOAT. We try to tell you. Now you know it's true.
I'm just happy that you finally have some sort of sports happiness in your life. I know it's a new feeling for you, but I'm happy for you.
I am happy. Me too.
All right, let's just get our overall thoughts. How as we're heading into Night of Champions, how are y'all feeling about the overall product right now?
I mean, I think it's off and on. Like when you watch Raw, like it feels like Raw top to bottom is a much better show than SmackDown has been the last few weeks. It feels like there's a lot of just kind of, I don't want to say pointless feuds on SmackDown because I don't think they're truly pointless at the end of the day. But like there's a lot of feuds on SmackDown that are just kind of rolling along as we go through the kind of sludge of summertime leading up to SummerSlam. But on Raw, like everything is kind of firing on all cylinders, and I'm still tuning into SmackDown week after week, but it's a much more like, am I gonna get through this whole show?
Yeah, I agree. SmackDown is moving to 2 hours, not this week, but next week, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that helps or hurts SmackDown, but we'll see.
They're already not
But
using the talent that like SmackDown already has so much talent on the roster that they're not using in a 3 hour show. And now they're gonna
yeah,
cut out a bunch of this extra talent that should be getting TV time moving to a 2 hour show.
yeah.
I think it's still gonna hurt them at the end of the day, and they're not in a place where they can take a hurt right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just SmackDown's just been boring for quite a while. So I mean, we've talked about this before, but they need to change it up.
Cody,
How about you,
Gunther,
Glenn?
Sami will
Let
do
me ask you
that.
guys. Let me ask you guys a question. So you might not remember this, but because it's always a lot of people know it that weren't watching way back in the day. They've always known it as Friday Night SmackDown, but they did used to have SmackDown on Thursday, and having it on Thursday would make people watch it more because Friday night everyone's out. I mean, I know it's not like it was back in the day where people don't go out and party all the time Friday nights, but Friday night is still right before the weekend. Everyone's out doing it. I think if they move SmackDown to Thursday night, we would all watch it a lot more. It would all just be on our TV, like just because there's really nothing else on Thursdays and there's nothing
Yeah.
to really do. You still have to go to work the next day. So like I feel like they should move it back to Thursday, and I think it would do a lot better. But that doesn't fix the non-stories and the bad
Yeah,
rivalries that aren't
Yeah,
really growing or anything like that. But it would fix the ratings, at
for
least
yeah.
sure.
the dying ratings for it.
I think
I mean,
so.
I don't know. Earlier in the year when SmackDown was popping, like it was getting great ratings. So I think it has everything to do just with the actual product on the show because
Yeah.
it's a tough watch. It's pretty laborious to get through SmackDown for right now. But all right, let's get into Night of Champions. Right, the first two matches of the card are going to be on ESPN, and they said tonight on Raw that it's going to be the King and Queen of the Ring finals matches will open the show. So let's talk about a King of the Ring a little bit, see how we got here. So the final is Oba versus Jay. Oba had a pretty easy path. I mean, nobody was going to really challenge Oba to get to the finals, and then we got Jay on the other side. How are y'all feeling about this matchup and this being for a King of the Ring?
You know what? Like, we've talked a lot of crap about this matchup. We've talked a lot of crap about, all this and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it is kind of exciting because there's so many different routes that this match could lead to. If Jay wins, there's so many different routes where he could go. If Oba wins, there's so many different routes that WWE as a whole could go if Oba wins. It's There's so many different options that I really don't know who's going to win heading into this matchup. And I think in today's WWE, that's all you can really hope for is like the excitement and the surprise of I really don't know who's going to win this match.
Yeah, how you feeling, Glenn?
That is a good point that David brought up because a lot of WWE is predictable as hell. And even this, you're saying to yourself, like, there's no way that Oba's going to get pinned by Jay, right? Well, I'm just going to say two things. Number one, Nick is going to kill me. I want Jay to win. But hear me out. I love Oba. Y'all know this. I'm a big Oba guy since NXT. But I love chaos, man, and the WWE needs some craziness to happen, especially for SummerSlam. You guys have said it. SummerSlam seems kind of mid right now. We need some kind of turmoil. And Jay winning does a lot of turmoil because then you don't know what the hell's going on. Then Lesnar comes back into play because now Oba doesn't. There's a lot of things that happen here if Jay wins. And I DM Nick this because I know you didn't watch Raw yet because you were at work or whatever. I
Mhm.
DM Nick and I said the first 10 minutes of Raw today were absolutely electric between
Mhm.
Oba and Jay. And the crowd cheering for both. They're doing both their entrances very
Yeah.
loudly, I might add. Um, this is exciting. This is
Yeah.
great. Great for business, great for us, great for everybody. I don't,
Yeah.
it's like I want Jay to win, just like I said, I want turmoil. So this is good. This is the fact that we've been saying Oba has to win, give Oba the belt, put him on a rocket ship, this and that. And now I'm just like, maybe, just maybe we let Jay win and see what happens. That just tells you everything you need to know about what's going on here. It's great. Go ahead, Nick. This is just great.
Yeah, no, I mean, I disagree. I mean, I do agree that it is unpredictable, but it's only unpredictable because WWE is just once again shoving the bloodline down our throats. If Roman wasn't champ right now, this wouldn't even be a question, right? It would just be Oba is gonna win. And so like it's not interesting because it's Jay. It's not even interesting. It's just unpredictable because of the bloodline once again being, shoehorned
I
into the
gotta
And
disagree.
story.
I
Nick
don't get
doesn't
to
like
me.
the
This has nothing.
bloodline.
This has nothing to do with the bloodline for me. The bloodline storyline doesn't has nothing to do with Oba and Jay for me right now. This is just like Jay is a guy that the crowd goes crazy for. Whether people, yeah, it's wild because I've never seen someone get so many dislikes on YouTube, so many dislikes on Twitter, Instagram, all this, the most dislikes ever. And then as soon as this man shows up, the crowd goes absolutely crazy for him. The reason for the hype is because we've been saying nobody can challenge Oba. He's too crazy. He's too big. He's too this. He's too that. Now we're sitting here talking about Jay Uso. We don't know who the hell's gonna win. And this would, if you asked us this a month ago, we'd be like, oh, Oba kills him. That's not the case right now. That's why it's exciting. I don't really think it has anything to do with the bloodline. I honestly don't even care about the bloodline when it comes to this. I'm just excited for these two guys because these are the two guys that have got the most pop in a long time.
I mean, I
Yeah,
will
but
I will counter that a little bit just because like my with Jay in this match is like bloodline intuitive because I think the only way that Jay can truly and like believably beat Oba is with Jimmy, Jacob, hell, possibly I know Roman's not supposed to be on the show, so Roman's probably not going to show up. But like maybe Brock's that last guy. Like he's going to need some help. I think there's definitely some outside interference if Jay does end up being victorious. So I think it like the bloodline is involved in this story, and especially with Oba calling out Roman and Jay could flip, Jay could go after Cody. There's obviously so many different options, like we talked about. But it
yeah.
is still kind of bloodline related, just because like if it is a one-on-one fight, Oba's I am still of the mindset like Oba squashing him. If it's just one on one the whole way through, like Oba wins. But
Yeah.
if there's
I mean, like,
interference and there's help, like Jay has a chance.
yeah. Glenn, do you believe if Roman wasn't champ and the bloodline story wasn't revamped that Jay would be in this position right now?
Who else would be there though? Like I'm not saying you're wrong. Of course, I'm saying I didn't say that it has nothing to do with the bloodline. I'm saying for me, my excitement level doesn't have to
Yeah,
do with the
yeah.
bloodline.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get that.
But I'm saying like, but again, if it wasn't Jay, who would it be? LA Knight? Like who in the world would it possibly be to face Oba where the crowd is equally on his side, at least when the entrance starts, and you think that they have an actual chance to win? I don't think there's anyone else really. Maybe Gunther would be a guy, but he's doing something else, obviously. None of the big guys that don't have belts. Jay, shockingly, Fatu would have been cool, but I
I mean,
mean,
but Jay doesn't genuinely have a chance to beat Oba. We only think he does because of the bloodline involvement in the storyline. Nobody has a genuine chance of beating Oba. That's, like, so
but we've said that about Jay for so long. He's not winning the Royal Rumble. He's not beating Gunther. He's not doing this. And then they let him do it. So
Yeah,
that's why, but again, we're talking in terms of story here, not in terms of like
yeah,
real
yeah,
life.
yeah,
No
yeah.
one, you know what I
yeah,
mean? So, like, that's why I believe Jay can win because they've let him win things that we've said he could never win before. So, I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, I get, like,
and
I
like,
just don't, like, we saw him with the title and we saw how his title reign went and, like, they took it all away from him. Like, I mean, they put him back in the tag division, and so he'd probably still be there if Roman wasn't champ right now. Like, so I just, like, I'm so off of Jey Uso, like, just being involved in anything, and especially I would rather Jimmy be in this position, right, where Jay is right now. but I understand that it can't be Jimmy because of the crowd and all that. And I understand why it's Jay. I understand why he's in the match. I just hate it. Like I do not. I just do not like it at all. And if he somehow beats Oba without it being like a WrestleMania 40 main event type
Yeah.
like run-in type situation, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be
And
mad
that's
that
why it's gonna happen because the TKO WWE love to do this to people.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
mad
for
because he
real.
beat Oba, and I'm gonna be mad because I have to go and watch a Jey Uso championship match in person. And
Hey, at least it's
anyways,
not Sami Zayn.
it very well might be.
It
It
might
might
be.
be.
It
We'll
might
get to
be.
that. It might be Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn, and I'm gonna jump off
That's
the
why I
upper
said
deck.
that.
I'm gonna jump off the upper
We're
deck
selling
of the
our
Viking
tickets. If
Stadium.
you're interested in going to SummerSlam, let us know.
Yeah. Next week, no, barring the events of Night of Champions, we might be selling our tickets. So
Yeah.
we'll give y'all a good deal on them if you want them. Anyways, but that's my rant on Jey Uso. I'm just I don't know. Like I don't want Jay to win at all, but we'll see what happens. I'm wouldn't be shocked if he does win. Do y'all think Jay is gonna win? Let's get your official predictions. Like who's winning between Oba and Jay on
I
Saturday?
think I'm officially set on strap the rocket to Oba. I think they have him win this match clean. I don't think Brock shows up in Saudi. I think even if it's not clean, even if there's interference, I do think Oba wins this match. And then post Night of Champions, something happens with Brock Lesnar to where he ends up two-nighting SummerSlam himself. He's going to face Brock Lesnar on night one, where it's retirement versus title shot. And he's obviously going to win that because Brock Lesnar ain't fighting two damn nights in a row. And then he's going to go on. And even if obviously I want him to beat Roman at that point, but even if he loses to Roman, putting on a good fight against a guy like Roman, whatever the case is, like, I think it's going to be Oba. I think they go with the two-night crazy plan. And it every time I say it, it sounds crazy, but it seems the most logical answer right now.
Yeah. I mean, I would love that personally. But you,
Yeah.
Glenn, who's your pick?
I think one way or the other, interference, whatever, I think Jay does win. I think it's more beneficial for everything if Jay does win because, like we've been saying for 10 minutes already, there's more options. Oba could take a loss and still be Oba. It would suck because it's like, wow, now the biggest thing he's ever done, he's lost. And then you
To
get
Jey Uso.
questions in your head, and it's like, that's not very good. But I feel like if anyone can overcome something like that, it's Oba because the crowd will never stop with him.
Yeah.
He's got everything, all the tools, So I'm gonna say Jay wins this one way or another, and we just get chaos after, and that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, see, the only way Oba losing makes sense is if Brock is involved. Like to me, like because if Oba loses this match, what is he doing for the rest of the summer? What is he doing at SummerSlam? It's going to be some thrown
Right.
together, month-long program, maybe. Like,
You're right. There's a 0% chance Jay wins this match straight up. I'll give you that. There's no way
Yeah.
in hell Jay just pins them 1, 2, 3, everybody goes home. No chance.
yeah.
I give you that.
Now, I will say after Raw tonight, after Raw went off the air, Seth got attacked by the Vision, and Oba came out and saved him. So I don't know if like that's hinting if where they're gonna go, and I would hate that as
I
well.
mean,
But
I would hate that, but Oba versus Braun would be.
yeah, it would be good. But like Oba's ready to fight Roman. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I just don't see any advantage of waiting for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
I
It
feel like
happens.
that's just more of like not a house show moment, but like hey, it's the end of the show. Let's bring out the
Yeah.
biggest names again because it's been 2.5 hours since you've seen Oba, so let's show them again.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it is just that, but they they test the stuff like this,
Yeah.
So
I mean, if they bring everybody out, you just like Lesnar comes out, the Vision comes out, the Bloodline comes, all this stuff could happen. That is the way where Oba can lose, and it's like, well, the whole damn locker room just came out
Yeah.
to make that happen. Then
Yeah.
we're like, oh, you know what? Like he didn't really lose, right? And Jay still wins. So
see,
that would
but
be the way.
at the same time, for somebody like Oba, who we know is going to be like at the top of the company for forever, like it's also the perfect time to have the whole roster come out to try to stop him, and he still wins. Like,
True.
Well, here's what I will say. Like Jericho, before he won the belts versus The Rock and Stone Cold, lost like every match. The Rock, when he first came out, kind of lost like every match. Stone Cold, when he first came out, wasn't even Stone Cold. Before he won that King of the Ring, that man was losing to everyone. Triple H lost to everybody. Everyone always started losing, and Oba's come out and won everything. So I think you have to kind of give someone a loss like they did with Brock Lesnar. That's kind of why it was a good thing for Lesnar to come out and beat Oba, because you got to kind of put him back down to, the level.
Yeah.
This would be another thing. But again, it has to come with the whole locker room beating the hell out of Oba and stopping him, and not just Jay 1, 2, 3 and Oba, because that, I would agree, is a huge ass mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think Oba's just so over, and like he hasn't. I don't think we've seen anybody come up and be like this over with the crowd and this
Since
like as
Goldberg.
yeah,
And
like
that was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
yeah. So like I just don't. I think losing to Jey Uso, really in any capacity, even if it is the whole locker room coming out, just totally stunts his momentum. But not in like a detrimental way. Like
Right.
he's still gonna be over. But I just think it like totally ruins what he's built up
Yeah.
so far. But I mean I don't know. Like I said, like a lot, the WWE is just shoving the bloodline down our throats again. Like I said, I hoped they wouldn't after WrestleMania, but here we are. But yeah, anything else to say about this match?
No, I'm glad we talked enough about it though, because this is
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
like
is the
this is
big one.
80% of my
I don't
excitement right now.
I
This.
don't have
Yeah.
nearly as much to say about the next match we're about to talk about because
Yeah, this will be quick.
Yeah.
It'll be
it's
quick.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I might rant
Yeah.
more than I talk about the match.
So the next match is the Queen of the Ring finals, and it is going to be Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, who is the
Women's
current
world champion.
women's world champion. Let's just talk about like Liv shouldn't be in this match.
She should have never been
She
in the
shouldn't have
tournament
been.
to begin with.
She shouldn't have been involved in the tournament
Never.
to begin with. I mean, I can see the appeal of wanting Rhea versus Liv when they're both champions, but I don't know, man. Like they're especially with the
Unless they think
women's.
there's a world where the women's division as a whole in WWE is so damn weak where they
Yeah.
need to unify the women's belt, they should not be fighting at like they could fight each other at Night of Champions
Yep.
for a non-title match because it's Night of Champions. The champion should be fighting. Like they
I
don't
mean,
need to be fighting at SummerSlam for Rhea's title. What? So you're gonna have Liv's annoying ass bounce back and forth between both shows?
Trouble. Up show.
yeah. I mean, so like we got if Liv wins, right? It's just
Like
I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really have anything else to say about it. Like Liv just shouldn't be here. Like if you look at the bracket, there's such an opportunity to build another woman. Like they could have had Roxanne instead of Liv. Like they could have finally had Roxanne turn on Liv or Raquel turn on Liv, and then they like.
It does feel like that's coming. It does truly finally feel like that's coming.
I mean, yeah, but we've been saying it's coming for months now.
I will say, like, today's Raw, I know we're talking about,
Yeah.
Night of Champions and whatnot, but today's Raw, like, it finally kind of clicked in my head. It feels like they're going to start doing with Liv Morgan and Roxanne and Raquel specifically what they were trying to do with Seth Rollins in the Vision. Like it really feels like they're starting to lean that way a little bit more because like Liv started to kind of play background to them through all this. Like she's winning her Queen of the Ring match and she's going on to Queen of the Ring. But like for a little bit, she was like coming out to Raquel's music and playing background to them and doing all this stuff. And it's like so it does kind of feel like they're really trying to push Roxanne and Raquel a little bit more to where maybe it's like okay, they make the turn. After a win, they are like okay, we're fed up with this. Like, we're coming for you. We're not going after all these random titles anymore. We're coming after your title. Like,
Right.
I don't want Liv to win. I want Io to win, but there could be something interesting that comes out of this.
Yeah. I don't know. How are you feeling about it, Glenn?
This is gonna sound like I don't have anything to say. Like I don't understand it, but I also understand it. And if they do unify the belts, I guess it would be worth it. But then it wouldn't be worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I'm talking in circles here, but it's like if their goal is to unify the belts for Rhea or Liv, then okay. I don't want that, but I guess I can see it from their standpoint. Just because I don't like
Yeah.
it doesn't mean we don't get it.
I mean, I will say,
Go ahead.
unifying the belts, like there's really not a lot of top tier women right now. Like there, at least like that we would be excited to watch fight for the main belts, So
Yeah, it's
I
just
mean,
like what Rio. There's Rhea, there's Io Sky, and there's Tiffy Stratton, and then Liv, and then I mean
Liv.
Valkyrie, Stephanie Valkyrie when she's back.
Yeah,
and Becky
Charlotte.
Lynch should be in the main event scene. Charlotte should be in the main event scene. Bailey can go
Yeah.
back there.
But the point I was getting to is like, if you do unify the titles, it does strengthen the mid card titles for the women as well, because there
For
will be
sure.
more talented women to go for those. So it does kind of strengthen the division as a whole because it is kind of weak right now. But I don't. They built a lot of time trying to legitimize the second
Yeah.
title, and I feel like they've done a good job of it, especially for the women. And unify it, I kind of takes away from all that. But
They go
I don't
through
know.
this phase every once in a while, though, with the men's titles too. Like we've seen it happen multiple times, and then usually once the split happens again, people are more excited for that second title to come back and to like make a reappearance. I mean, maybe if it's on like a short, let's say 1 year hiatus, they bring the second women's title back at SummerSlam next year or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I could see it working out, but yeah, like I can see its pros, but I can see some cons too for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to happen, and I don't
No.
really think it will happen. But I do think Io is going to win. If Io does end up winning, who do we think she's going to pick?
I think Io win. So I mean, we can just kind of talk prediction a little bit here as well. Like I do think Io's going to win, and even though she just beat Liv Morgan, I think she's going to turn and say, "I've never lost to Rhea Ripley, so I'm going to go fight Rhea Ripley for this title, and we're going to get Rhea versus Io once again, and they're going." Injured or not, they're going to tear the house down in front of our eyes at SummerSlam, unless we sell
Yeah.
the tickets because it's Sami versus Jay.
So do you think this comes with a heel turn from Io?
No,
Yes,
no.
I do.
Mm.
I think she wins, and I think what happens is when she chooses Rhea comes out and she's like, you've never beaten me before, but I have the belt now. Blah. She'll say something, and then you'll see Io do like a face, and it's just like, why is she talking to me like that? And then she goes heel. She don't even have her friends anymore. It's just her. You know what I mean? It's just her right now. So it's like she can go heel and everything will be good. Rhea can't go heel. Neither one of them have to be heel. Don't get me wrong. I'm just
Right.
saying it would be more entertaining for me if Io does do that, and I think she does just to make the storyline a little bit more interesting.
I think she kind of has to turn heel because I mean we've seen face Rhea versus face Io how many times? Like three
That's a good
times now.
point.
Every time.
Very good
So
point.
like it would just be a rehash of everything we've seen before. And I mean a heel Io. I
It'd
don't
be
know if it'll
great.
be I don't know if it'll be believable, but it would be
She
it would
can't
be
talk, like,
interesting.
she can't have a full dialogue of just trolling and stuff like that, but she can just, like, beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
She can
Yeah.
fuck she can beat the hell out of Rhea with sticks and garbage cans and make it
Yeah.
a nice
Oh,
physical
make it a
match
She's
make it
gonna
a
turn
street
heel and
fight.
then she's gonna turn heel and then come out just speaking perfect English.
all of a sudden. She's
I
a
mean,
true American
hey,
now.
like you know what? I did say no, but a heel Asuka works for a long time, and like
Hmm.
obviously they're slightly different, but especially with Asuka gone right now, Io could play that role really
What if she comes out with face paint and green
right.
shit? Like, yeah, dude, there's a lot. I
She could
like
play
it.
Yeah.
that role really well.
Yeah, I would be very interested in a Io heel run, and I would be down with her beating Rhea if she is heel.
I'm down with her
I'd
beating
be down
Rhea
with the
any
EO
either
heel
way.
run, and then Asuka and Kyrie Zane come back in a year or something while she's on this heel run, and they form. Listen, I'm
I
going too
was
far.
see, okay, no, but you were just going down the crazy, Glenn train. But let me like, I was just kind of thinking the same thing. Like, Io turns heel, and it like they start doing the weird, videos, vignettes, whatever, back where she's like working with somebody, and that's how Oscar returns, but like not as an in-ring character, just as like Io's manager, almost just turning her
Yeah,
into
Yeah.
like
that'd be
giving her that
fantastic.
dark side that she needs to like be over the top. Stop being friends
Then
with
it's
these girls. Stop
believable.
doing this. Like
Yeah.
to just do something crazy like that where Asuka can still come back because I don't think she's truly done. I think she's going to be back on our screens eventually, and I think this would be a nice way to like ease her in without having to have her wrestle all the time.
Yeah. So we kind of touched on it, but Rhea is injured. We don't know the extent of the injury. There's a whole bunch of rumors that say she's going to be, all good for SummerSlam. Some say she's going to be out for months. So she has some sort of knee injury, but we don't know how bad it is. So that definitely plays into the plans for SummerSlam. And I think we'll really know how bad of an injury Rhea has if Io doesn't choose her.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
Or
but
or chooses her, then Rhea comes out and says, "There's no one else I would rather relinquish this belt to than you
no,
because I'm hurt."
no,
Hey, listen, and then she could fight somebody else. Then it opens up the door for all these women we were just talking about. So I'm just saying, like, giving it the belt is not a bad thing. If she
yeah,
gets
no,
it,
yeah,
if
mhm,
she gets it and she has the belt at SummerSlam, y'all be equally as happy. I mean,
yeah, no.
obviously you
I'm
want to
perfectly
see
fine with
Rhea.
that.
She's
yeah.
top 2 in the business right now in terms of a draw. But I'm saying if it's her versus like No, Stratton has the other belt already. I don't know who, but I'm just saying,
But
like,
even you talked about Stratton, but I do think like let's say Rhea is seriously hurt and they come out on SmackDown this week and they're like Rhea's got to relinquish the belt, blah blah blah. The storyline going on for the US women's belt right now would be the three top women that I would choose to take Rhea's place as the lead champion of the show.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill. Obviously, we don't want Jade to be champion again, but who else are you going to put the belt on if it's not Rhea? It's one of those three on SmackDown. Those are your only options.
Yeah, for sure.
So like they have some options, they have some things they could do, but Io versus any of those three is not as entertaining or as interesting as versus Rhea.
Yeah.
And neither is
So
Liv. So like
yeah. So speaking of Jade and Tiffy, let's just move on into the next match of the night.
I forgot that match was on Night of
Yeah.
Champions. I
So
thought it was a SmackDown match.
Jade and Tiffy are fighting for the U.S. Championship on Saturday. This is the first appearance for the women's U.S. title on a PLE,
In,
wow,
and it's in Saudi.
in Saudi.
And
they love women
I,
over there. This is perfect.
I am not excited for this match at all. I mean, we saw this at SummerSlam. It's and now they're just fighting for a lesser title.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I don't
The match was good at SummerSlam, though. It was a good match. It was one of her better matches, and
Yeah, I'm not saying it
am I
was
super
bad.
excited? Like, oh my god, I can't wait. No, but am I sitting there like I'll watch and hope it's pretty good? I don't think it's gonna be like a dull robotic. Keep your hair on. I don't think it's gonna be robotic like match like that. I think it'll be an actually decent match. Tiffy, has to carry a little bit, but hey, I think it could be a good match. It could be something that we're just like, all right, I'm glad I saw that match. Now go away. Let's not do that again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad match, but it's just something we've seen, and neither of them have had really a lot of stuff happen in between it. Like obviously Jade had the world title and fought basically only Rhea, and then Tiffy took time off and has only done this basically. So like there hasn't been a lot of stuff in between them fighting to get to here now, where they're just fighting again for a lesser title. So I mean, I don't know. But and then obviously Meechin and BFAB are going to get involved, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm just not excited for this match.
I don't know that like we saw it happen in the last Jade match. Like I don't know that those two specifically get involved, but I do like I brought her up already. I do think Charlotte is the one that gets involved in this match, whether she helps Tiffy win, whatever the case is, like accidentally helps Jade win, whatever. But I think in some way, shape, or form, we're getting a triple threat between these three, maybe at SummerSlam.
See, but like then again, like that's another thing. Like
We've seen
we're
it.
just running back Tiffy's last two major opponents.
But how
like,
long have they teased Charlotte versus Jade? Like
yeah,
since Jade entered the company, they've teased those two.
yeah. I just feel like they've set Tiffy up as like they want her to be this top woman.
Yeah.
Like I mean, all three of them really. They've set all three of them as wanting to be this top woman, and now they're fighting over this mid card belt, just trying because they're trying to make the mid card belt matter. But like who loses, right? I mean, like I don't know.
Jade loses.
All right. So do we think Tiffy is winning on Saturday to keep the US title?
Truly don't like. Part of me thinks there's not even like a true finish to this match. Like Charlotte gets involved and there's a DQ, and like Tiffy just keeps it due to a technicality. Like
Yeah.
I truly think something happens that continues the storyline while also adding Charlotte into it. Like I guess I'm gonna say Tiffy, at least for Tiffy retains. I'm not gonna say Tiffy wins, but I'm gonna say Tiffy retains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jade beats the hell out of her for like half the match, and then there's interference, whatever, and somehow Tiffy retains the belt, and we just go back in the circle.
Yeah, a triple threat between Charlotte, Jade, and Tiffy at SummerSlam definitely feels the most likely option.
That's good. Like I'm okay with that though. Like I think that's exciting. I mean, it's not it won't be on the top, but it's like, hey, a nice triple threat match. We don't get these very often anymore. This
Yeah.
is for a belt that we finally want to be important. I think that's pretty good. I think that'll be exciting for you guys at SummerSlam.
And they put the IC belt on Becky for a while, and it worked. Like put a bigger name with the belt, and it will lift it up on it just naturally.
I mean, if you remember back in the day, Stone Cold had the Intercontinental. All the big names had the Intercontinental belt first. Do the same with the women now, so that in the future it could look the same kind of way. Well, it's
Yeah,
a
but
U.S. belt, but you know what I'm saying, like.
I feel like Becky's in a different position than all three of these women. You know, she hasn't been in the main event scene for what 2 years. She hasn't held the main title since WrestleMania 40, right? Or before then.
Becky?
Her and Charlotte are pretty similar.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they're identical in terms of like
Yeah.
being where they always are. Charlotte just
true.
won more titles, but
Yeah.
Becky's got a lot.
Yeah, but specifically like Tiffy and Jade, like they're not.
Yeah.
You know, they should be.
Oh yeah, them for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really think it's
But we're
doing a
trying to
good
get
job
Tiffy
of.
there. We're trying to get that's the
Yeah.
thing. Tiffy, we're
Yeah,
trying to get
Like
Tiffy to that point
cement
so
her
that
there. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. I
They
don't.
put her there too early and it just kind of faded. Like
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I
All
don't really.
that, and again, it's like because like a Sol Ruka, I just want to say this just real quick. I have not been impressed by anything she's done since she's been on the main roster. And this is why you cannot push these guys so fast. Like when David said this might have been a year ago. No, not a year, but I'm saying like a couple months ago when we did a podcast, David said we need to get the NXT people on the main roster, still in NXT, but getting their experience fighting upper class, you know, just main roster people before you bring them up. That was the exact perfect thing to do. Instead, they were like, nah, bring Sol Ruka up. We're going to put her in the main thing immediately. And she can't even get her move down. I think that's happened one time, and even that wasn't clean. It's like, bro,
Yeah,
we love Sol Ruka, and like we've been on the Ruka train forever. Lola Vice, I've been on their train forever. Then she comes up, and it's like, bro, she's messed almost everything up, and it sucks that happens because that's how I remember her now. I don't remember her as Lita 2.0. I remember her now as like, I can't even give, like Sable 2.0, where it's like everything they did in the beginning was awful. So the whole thing with the women and unifying the belts and stuff like that, I think that's to prevent like just forcing things. You know what I'm saying? Like forcing someone else in the main event spotlight. It could just be one, the person you know you can trust, like a Rhea or something like that, if she's not her, or even if it's Io Sky, whatever the case may be. So I think that's kind of pushing their mindset with the women right now.
yeah. So we'll see where all this goes. Anything else to say about this match?
before we move on, because I'm pretty sure the rest of the matches are men, I just now noticed that you're wearing a Taylor Swift shirt.
I am wearing a Taylor Swift shirt. Thank you for noticing.
Everyone's like,
Another gnome Nick fan, man. Everything just comes back to the Knicks here.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of moving on to the rest of the matches, this is a 6-match card, which we haven't seen on a normal PLE in
yeah.
a long time.
And it's only because they're forced to put all the belts on. That's why. Because it's not a champions. That's the only reason why. Or it would be
but-
four freaking.
Roman.
But
I'm
yeah,
I'm good with it. No, I'm just saying.
But both IC titles aren't
Penta.
on there. Roman's not on
Yeah.
there.
Wait, really?
Yeah. No
I guess I'm
Penta,
stupid.
no Soul, no Roman.
So then all the titles. What the? Okay, I'm just.
Anyways. But yeah, so six match card. 6-match card. Haven't seen this in a while. I'm not sure if this means that it's going to be really good or if all the matches are going to be short and not mean anything. But we'll see. The next
It's
match.
sad that we have to think that way. Like,
Yeah.
because it's happened
Yeah.
before. And that's the sad part.
Yeah. Like I was never upset with them being, 4-5 match cards because it kind of meant that we were getting better matches overall.
So we thought.
Yeah. I mean,
For a
I
while
think
we
I
were.
think yeah, for a while we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the pacing of the show goes with 6 matches.
And they still say there's only going to be 2 in the first hour. So like those 2 matches could be really long. There could be a lot of interference. Like we did say there's the Queen and King of the Ring matches that we already talked about. So like there could be a lot of ways for that first hour to go, and then the rest are rushed. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of the free people getting great matches.
Oba. The free people
Yeah,
getting
it's like,
Oba.
The free
what's the
people
point of
only know
paying if
Oba.
all the good matches are free. Like it's kind of pissing me off, but it is what it is.
The free people only know Oba. Like they've seen Oba in every single thing so far that they've watched. But yeah. So the next match is for the U.S. title, the men's U.S. title. It's Trick versus Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints had a whole program with Carmelo to see who would be the number 1 contender, and obviously Ricky won. How do I feel about this match? I'm not really sure where I'm at on Ricky Saints. Like, I feel like he can be very entertaining, but I haven't really been very entertained by anything I've seen of him so far.
I like Ricky Saints a lot. Like I think he's been doing a good job, but I think it's way too early to be taking the title off of Trick. And I think they're trying way too hard to keep Trick and Mello away from each other. Like, I get it. Like, the current day fan, most of them, even the casuals, know how good of a rivalry those two had in NXT. Even if you don't watch NXT, right? Mick doesn't even watch NXT, and he knows how good the rivalry between those two were. And it feels like WWE is just doing whatever they can to keep them apart. And I don't know if that means they're going to do it at WrestleMania, they're going to do it at SummerSlam. I don't know what the case is, but this felt like the perfect time to just at least maybe kind of start it and then maybe end it at SummerSlam. But I think Trick versus Ricky Saints is still going to be a really good match. I think they're still going to, be able to put on a show. But at the end of the day, like, it's too early to be taking the title off Trick. Like, I know
Yeah.
people want differences, and hey, it's on a young guy, so why not give it to another young guy to kind of take a chance with it? But Trick has been doing so good with that title. There's no reason to take it off of him.
Yeah. It's kind of odd because it feels like they see Ricky Saints as like a future, like, I don't want to say main eventer, but at least in between top and mid card guy, and to have him come in immediately and then have a match where we kind of know that he's not going to win because they're not going to take it off its Trick. At least I don't think. Like, it seems like an odd booking decision. But how what do you think, Glenn? How you feeling about these two?
So back when Ricky Saints was in AEW, he went toe to toe on the mic with MJF multiple times and got the better of him, in my opinion. He's done a lot in his career, wherever he's been, where he's gotten over, where he's just dominated on the mic, dominated in the ring. That hasn't quite translated like WWE thought it would in NXT and on the roster because of the fans. It's nothing he's doing. It's just all the like we always say, all the time Cena said, "It's up to you. You hold the key, fans." It's literally like facts. The fans are not buying into him as much as WWE wants them to. It's just on the fans right now. There's nothing else you can really do. There's nothing else he can really do unless you let him win and then let the fans decide when he has something of value. You know what I mean? But as terms of him, he's got all the tools. So I don't. If they let him win, cool. If they don't, I think Trick should have a little bit longer of a reign. I think if he's gonna lose, it has to be to someone else that's gonna take the reins. I do think Ricky Saints could be one of those guys. I thought Ethan Page could be one of those guys, but he's with Penta and other stuff. But yeah, I'm okay with. Am I okay with Trick losing? I'd at least hear I'd at least watch what's going on and say, interesting. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I can't believe Trick. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm interested to see what happens here. This isn't boring. This isn't something that I don't like. So
Mhm.
I am excited just to see what happens here because it can
Yeah.
go different ways as well.
I will add this
It's gonna
in
be a good match.
before Nick continues. Like, I don't think there's any world in where Trick can't lose. Like, I definitely think there's a chance that Ricky Saints wins. But in my opinion, if Trick Williams loses, he has to be pushed into the main event scene. He
Yeah.
can't do this whole rehash, recycle with the same 3, 4 people in the United States title picture for the next year. He took the U.S. title in a short time frame, elevated it, boosted himself, boosted everything around him. Even if you're not going to put the WWE title or the world title on him right now, get him into the main event picture. Get him in matches with those guys more often. Get him on the mic in the ring against those guys more often. Like, he's one of these young guys that is ready for that push. And again, even if you're not going to put the title on him, get him in that main event picture.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, talking about the fans dictating what's happening. I mean, there's almost nobody
Trick.
more over than Trick right now.
Yeah.
He's getting major pops no matter where in the world they are. So, I mean, I definitely wouldn't mind him being pushed into the main event scene if he does lose. And I mean, now is like kind of the perfect time because I mean, depending
Yeah.
on, it doesn't really matter who wins in this triple threat on Saturday. Like, perfect time just to shove Trick up in there for the that was odd. But but perfect time to have Trick move up into the main event scene and stay there. So yeah, I agree. I do now agree that I don't think it is a slam dunk that Trick has to win. But yeah, I didn't like I said, I don't follow NXT. I've only seen very little of Ricky Saints in the ring just for what he's been on SmackDown so far. And I mean, I haven't really been too impressed, but I do think it is going to be a good match just overall. Anything else about this one y'all want to talk about?
No.
Good.
All right. The next match is Seth versus Braun in a steel cage. Obviously, we all know how we've gotten here. They've had their problems over the last however many months. Are y'all excited for this match? Like, has the excitement dwindled for them too,
Yeah.
or go for it, David?
I'm pretty sure the last time we were on here, by the time this is posted, it's gonna be roughly a month ago now. I think I talked probably for multiple minutes about how this was gonna be it. This is gonna be the last time we see these two face each other. Like, this is finally the end of the story. They can finally move on to do something. And here we are, a month later, and they're inside a steel cage, which like is fine, but I would have much preferred them just been inside Hell in a Cell. They've built this rivalry enough to like put them inside of it. In a steel cage match, there can still be so much interference that can somehow extend this rivalry even longer. You can get the Vision involved, you can get the Profits involved. There can still be so much stuff to happen where it's like, I don't think we're the only people that are ready for Braun and Seth to be done with each other. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of the WWE crowd that wants these two to move on and do something else. And I feel like a steel cage just opens up too many doors. And it's like the 20th time that we've seen these two fight in the last, year. So
Yeah.
excitement level is definitely low. These two still put on a great match every time they're in the ring, but like everything around it, the story, the reasoning, everything else just isn't there for me.
Yeah. I agree. What about you, Lynn?
I'll be excited for the entrances. I'll be excited
Yeah.
at the start. Will I be excited once the match starts? I don't know. Will I be excited at the end? That's TBD. But it is Seth Rollins versus Braun in a cage. I'm okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can't really go super wrong, right? Like this is great. I'm good with it. I don't have like there's
Yeah.
no super excitement, no down. It's Braun. I mean, it's Braun versus Seth. We're gonna be all
Yeah.
right.
I mean, it's just like nothing's changed in the storyline since the last time they fought. So it's not like we have anything
No.
new to talk about. It's just Seth versus Braun again. It'll be a good match. It'll be entertaining, but it doesn't. I don't know. So like after this match, right? What happens with either of them? Like where do both of them go after this? Because hopefully it's the end of them. Where do they go? Seth has been really hinting at Roman, not even hinting, just straight out saying he wants Roman.
Yeah. Seth's
But
ticket was King of the Ring, in my opinion, too. Like,
yeah,
I feel like Roman Seth at SummerSlam was laid out on a silver platter for them, and we still didn't get it.
yeah. I mean, so going back to if Jay does win and he picks Cody, we can still get Seth versus Roman at
That's true.
SummerSlam. That would kind of be the only way I would be semi okay with Jay winning is if we got Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam.
Yeah, so that, yeah.
But other than like if Jay winning means that we somehow get Oba and Brock and Seth and Roman, I'll take the hit on
Yeah.
Jay versus
I'll
Sami
take
Zayn.
Jay Cody.
Like I'll take the hit
As
if
long as
we
it's
if
not a run, God, but what if it's a run back of Jay Gunther?
yeah. We won't get into that
Tickets
right now.
might,
Look, all I'm saying is if Jay and Cody is main eventing night one or whatever, we could probably move
Yeah.
down and have pretty good seats for pretty cheap because the people
yeah,
always
people
sell
are
them.
gonna dip.
But yeah, and then so Seth does end up going after Roman or whatever. What is Braun doing after this? Like, they've been pushing Braun as like
Killing
another one of
Theory and
these.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if there's anybody that needs to get away from the Vision, it's honestly Braun Breaker. Like, I know it's his group or whatever, but it's not helping him. But where does Braun go from here? Because, like I said, they've been building him as another one of these, faces of the company. And if he doesn't move into going for a belt, and honestly, like, going for Roman, like, I feel
Yeah.
like both of these guys have to go for Roman because they're both in that position where they're like the only legitimate, like, logical thing to do is go for Roman. But I just don't know. They obviously both can't do that.
Obviously, with SummerSlam coming up, again, it's not the ideal timing or situation, and I know we kind of predict this a lot too, which is not something that's easy to predict, but I could definitely see one of them also kind of sliding into that, even maybe just short time off after a steel cage loss. Maybe one of them, is really badly hurt at the end of the match, and we don't see them until SummerSlam. They return at SummerSlam in some way and, start a story that way because I feel like right now you're right. Like both of them, it's so hard to be like, okay, Seth is going to go here. Braun's going to go here. Like win or lose, there's really no direct direction for either of them.
Right.
So I think like if you only have to worry about one of them and you give the other a month, 2 months off, it could at least help guide that a little bit more.
Yeah. I just want to say, like, the way that they've incorporated the Street Profits into this storyline has been great. Like, it's been more entertaining for the Vision has been in months. And shout out, Street Profits won the tag titles tonight on Raw. So very, very, very excited, happy about that. And so that having them involved and them feuding with the Vision kind of makes me feel that Seth's going to win and Seth is going to be the one that goes and challenges Roman. Because Braun could still get caught up in all of that. But I don't know. We'll see. Any thoughts, Glenn?
That's the best scenario is that Seth Rollins winds up facing Roman at SummerSlam. But Braun, like, Braun is too big of a name to just like not
Yeah,
be
exactly.
somewhere big. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why it's an interesting match because the after is gonna tell everything about these two guys and their direction towards not just SummerSlam, but Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. Like
Yeah,
we don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Like usually we already know. There was times where The Rock challenged Cena, and we knew two WrestleMania matches a year before. Now
Yeah.
we don't know crap. So this is good. Everything that's going on right now is a big question mark, and I enjoy that. I like not knowing.
yeah. It's just kind of like if Braun does Braun go after Penta? Because I mean, Braun and Tiffy are kind of like in the
Yeah.
same ish situation. They've both been at the top. Well, Braun hasn't been at the top, but he's been involved in the top. And then do we have Braun go after the mid card title? I don't want him to win because Penta is great as IC champ. So I just again the road for Seth is pretty clear. Like after
Yeah.
this, like the road for Braun, win or lose, really murky. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then the next match, the
And
final match, the
the
final
one
match
we've
of the
talked
night
about all show.
is the triple threat between Cody, Gunther, and Sami for the WWE Championship. I am not excited for this match in the least bit. This storyline has honestly been probably the main reason that SmackDown has been so boring for the past however many weeks since it started. Like I have no thoughts about this really. Like it'll be a good match. It'll be a good wrestling match. It'll probably be entertaining just because all three of them are good workers and all that and good in the ring. But I don't really, honestly, I don't really care who wins. Like, I want Cody to win just because I'm a Cody fan, but I don't really care. How y'all feeling about it?
Glenn, this is the one who I know you have a lot to say about this. You go right ahead.
Listen, nothing makes me happier than seeing Cody lose in today's business. I love seeing Cody lose. They're in Saudi. Somehow they've made this so perfect
Okay,
for
hold on. I
Sammy.
know where you're going with this, and we say this every time Sammy's involved in a Saudi show, and it has never happened. Literally has never
But
happened.
like he faced
But has it ever been
Roman,
for
he
this big
faced
of a moment?
like this is the most believable time he can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
yeah, it definitely is. Yeah.
Cody needs a rest. Like he's beat up. Like he's hurt his shoulder. He's hurt his back. He's literally like just trying to. They got to go on a little thing for the movie. Like he's got to take a little bit of a break, and this is the perfect time to do it. And in Saudi, the character changes of Sami Zayn every month is like a girl when
The
she's
ride or
PMS.
die Sami Zayn fans, man.
I want Sammy to win. Sammy's gonna win this goddamn match. That's it.
Okay.
Accept it.
When
Enjoy
I
it. That's what
when
you're saying here.
when I
That's
said I
where
didn't
I'm going with it. I'm going with it.
when I said I didn't care who won, I lied.
Yeah, we know.
Anybody but Sammy. I don't care if it's Gunther. I don't care if it's Cody. I don't care if Cody loses to Gunther. As long as it's not Sami Zayn. uh, just
Somebody make that a sticker.
like I just don't know. I don't know how I would react if Sami Zayn wins the title. How is he going from getting punked as the gingerbread man to winning the fucking WWE championship, bro?
Okay.
Well, the gingerbread man thing got him this opportunity. That was the greatest thing he's done in so long, and it got him this opportunity.
Man, okay, so I'll give him a little bit of credit. Like his character work over the last, few weeks has been good. Not great. It's been adequate. It's been better than normal.
That means it's been great because Nick won't give the right credit. So him
No,
giving any credit means that it's been great.
especially yeah. No,
It has
like
been
Sammy's
adequate.
character work, the way they've transformed his character a little bit. Like they haven't even really made like a crazy change to his character at the end of the day. Like it's nothing so crazy drastic. Like it is
Yeah.
different, but like
He's
the
he's
way
become
they've
more
been
of
able
like
to
he's become more of like an anti-hero rather than trying to be
yeah,
a straight face.
yeah. But like the way like that they've been able to do it, the way Sammy's been able to play it off, rip every water bottle surrounding Sami Zayn ever. He demolishes at least 3 a week. Like, but they've done such a good job with his character specifically. I still don't like Sami Zayn either. I don't dislike him as much as Nick does. But like,
Boo.
I'm still not a huge Sami Zayn fan. But he and WWE as a whole have done a great job transforming his character over the last several weeks, month. however long you want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But one thing about this match, it doesn't really have anything to do with this match, but like going forward after this match, depending, no matter who wins, all the reports are saying Punk is coming back soon and that he's going to be on SmackDown and that he's going to have a major role for SummerSlam. It has to be involving this championship, right? Like, but how does this tie in with King of the Ring? Like, if Jay wins King of the Ring and he chooses whoever wins this match, like where does Punk fit into? Like,
Jay turns and chooses Roman.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
Oba wins.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, very excited for the
I mean,
impending CM
Oba.
Punk return.
You were just talking about the two main events and whatnot. Like, yes, I would love to see Seth Roman and everything, but Oba Roman and then Punk Cody, that'd be kind of fun too.
Yeah, definitely. Perfect world, right? Jay dies. Oba Brock, Seth Roman, and Cody Punk.
I thought he was going to say Sami dies. He says Jay dies.
Sammy's not involved. Sammy gets left in the desert in Saudi. Do you know how much better my life would be if Sami Zayn and Jey Uso weren't in the WWE?
Cut. We want them to like us eventually.
Boo! Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I don't really know where Punk fits into all of this, but he's gonna have a major role apparently in SummerSlam. So I don't know if he returns at SummerSlam.
He's gonna host.
Wait, I don't know if he returns at SummerSlam or if he returns before SummerSlam and has some sort of program with somebody.
He's definitely not in Saudi because he's doing his first MMA commentary this weekend or something.
Yeah, he's doing some with the MMA this weekend.
Yeah.
But I mean, Raw or SmackDown,
one of the shows. Fighting, so we damn sure know he can't win that.
Yeah.
One of the shows is in Chicago next week or the week after. So, I mean, it's pretty, there's ever a place for him to return, it's there, but we'll see.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I saw somebody talking about it. I didn't just know that. But so we're not going to have another, if we're only doing these for the big shows, we're not going to have another show until SummerSlam. So I just kind of want to get y'all thoughts, like total on like how we're going to go from here throughout this next month to get to SummerSlam. Because I mean, there's not really there's not anything set in stone really. Like normally, like around this point, we kind of have a idea of like what we could have at SummerSlam, and right now we really have no idea of almost anything at SummerSlam. So I don't know if that adds excitement or if it is just because they don't know what they want to do. But what do y'all think is our path for our most entertaining SummerSlam?
I mean, we are still a little over a month out. I think obviously after this pay-per-view is gonna start to paint our picture a lot more for SummerSlam. And then we have a Saturday night's main event and I believe the Sunday night's main event are both before SummerSlam
I think it's just
happens.
the one. I think it's just the Sunday night's main event.
So, but even then, like
MSG.
and it's the Sunday night's main event that they're really pushing hard. Like, hey, this one's Sunday night instead. It's not Saturday. And it's at MSG. I feel like maybe like this one actually matters a little bit, and it's almost like a semi PLE where maybe there are some important matches happening. Maybe there are some. I still don't know how we get to the most exciting SummerSlam, but like I said, like we've kind of been talking about, like we're in an exciting point right now because we don't know what SummerSlam looks like, and there could be a lot of different directions that could be really good, could be really bad. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, normally when we don't know what's going to happen, it isn't exciting. But right now, it kind of feels like we don't know what's going to happen, and it's just kind of meh, at least to me. But I don't know. We'll see.
That's because there's some meh options on the board for sure.
Yeah, we're really kind of lacking star power right now, even though we have all these great stars. Like they're not set up in good places moving into the summer and moving into SummerSlam. But yeah, I mean, obviously David and I will be at SummerSlam, so we want the best card possible. So we'll see what happens. Y'all have any other thoughts any other thing you want to talk about?
I mean, now that we're closing the show, we can move on a little bit. I know one thing, Glenn definitely want to talk about this a little bit, but one thing that did happen while we were away over the last month is match of the year, match of the decade,
I was going to bring it up,
match of a very long time. Obviously, El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano down in AAA. I mean, the theatrics, the story, the match itself, the involvement in the match, everything involving the match, everything was just 100 out of 10. I mean, it was perfect. It was perfectly told. It was perfectly executed. The people involved were perfect. Like there was no better way that could have been done. And it was phenomenal. Like it was by far, I'd say most people would say the WWE match of the year right now is probably just Roman and Punk. But like that mask versus mask match blew them out of the water.
Yeah.
it's not even close.
Yeah, I agree. That was the first time I've ever tuned into a AAA event, and like I watched the whole show, and like all the matches were good. I might need to start tuning into AAA some more, but yeah, that match was simply amazing. Like honestly, probably one of the best wrestling matches in the last 20 years, if not
So good.
ever, right? It was just so good. But I can't believe that it was Chad Gable.
Oh
Like
my god.
when he took off that mask, I was like, "Oh my god!" I could not believe it.
Could not
I
We
believe
was
got
it.
finessed. We
shocked.
got finessed.
I was shocked, man. But yeah, great match.
Just like the rise of AAA in general. Like obviously they're tagging along with WWE and whatnot, and they're getting a lot of the names that alone are bringing up their value and their worth just because hey, Rey Mysterio's in the show. Hey, Undertaker's producing the show. Hey, Damian Priest is going to show up. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're getting the names to come down there and like build up the value, but I mean, the guys that are in AAA, the wrestlers that are AAA wrestlers, like they're putting on such good matches while these WWE fans are tuning in that they're
Mm-hmm.
creating more AAA fans. They're creating
For
more
sure.
Lucha Libre fans. Like there's more people now that are watching this product and want to continue to watch it, I think, than ever before.
Yeah, definitely.
What does Chad Gable do now, though? Because we saw on Raw today, he's out there trying to apologize to Tozawa and Otis, and what's her face?
He's gonna take Penta's IC title.
Yeah.
That's so. I think they need to save that for like a WrestleMania or something, though. Like I think that needs to be saved
I
for
mean,
something very special.
I don't know.
Summer,
I feel like now is kind of the time to do it, or at SummerSlam is the time to do it
Summer.
because he's riding this wave of coming out of AAA and apologizing to all the luchas, and I think SummerSlam is the time to do it, or at least the time for him to get the title shot, and like because yeah, I
How
think
about
just
one last thing? I want to say one last thing about this whole thing, not about the AAA match, but I have an ideal situation, a Glennonism that could create excitement for me. I don't know about Nick. Definitely David would be excited. But let's say you said what's your ideal situation? Here's my ideal situation. Seth Rollins wins, right? But at the end of the match, the Vision come out. Seth Rollins rejoins the Vision. Seth Rollins challenges Roman Reigns. We get Vision Bloodline at SummerSlam. Now, obviously, they don't fight each other. It'll be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Jay loses, Oba wins, one way or the other, whatever. Then you get Oba versus Cody or whatever that situation happens. But we get Seth versus Roman, Vision Seth, and then what happens because there's an extra person on the Vision side? The Rock comes for SummerSlam for. Hey, you said perfect world, ideal. What makes it exciting for me? Knowing that would be exciting for me just because
So
Logan Paul can't wrestle. Logan Paul
do
can't fight. He's
I have
obviously hurt.
I have one question.
Yes.
Do you hate me?
Yes.
guys, SummerSlam is gonna suck for Glenn. He's gonna hate it. He's gonna
I mean, if it goes the way it's supposed to, I probably will. I'm not even gonna lie. There's a lot of bad stuff that can happen that could make me be like, SummerSlam's gonna blow. But there's a lot of things that could happen that I'll be like, damn, I'm mad that I'm not at SummerSlam. So, I mean, we'll see which way it goes. We'll see which way
Yeah.
Night of Champions is gonna tell a lot.
I need ChatGPT to start giving these writers some better ideas for these shows. Because
hey, we've been giving them plenty of good. They want to, crawl down the totem pole a little bit. They can listen to this podcast and get some really good ideas.
I think they just need to hire us, right?
Yeah, for real.
I mean, we're
We'll have the
consistently
ratings
putting
up in a week.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares
Yeah,
if it doesn't make logical
did you
sense?
just hear that? Did you just hear that Glennonism? Like that was.
Yes.
Yeah, we just need the Seth versus
Fly!
All right, so we will be back not again until SummerSlam preview. So
Maybe if they make Saturday night's main event or Sunday night's main event, whatever, interesting enough.
maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Maybe.
David and I will give y'all some maybe in-person content from SummerSlam.
Bang.
So we'll talk to y'all then. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, fuck Corey Haim. See y'all later.